Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a couple of more projects around the property, and I just wanted to fill you in on what's going to be going on. We'll try to take you along and show you a little bit about it. First project we're going to be trying to tackle today is getting the well house fixed. So the well house, one of the valves coming off the tank from the well, supplying the water supply, has started leaking, and it's a gate valve. No big deal, but we just want to prevent it before it gets worse. Okay, so we have to use fresh water in our RV because we're going to be shutting off the water from our well so that we can make a couple of repairs out in the well house. And so we filled up our fresh water yesterday, and now we're going to be using that water while the water is shut off for the repairs. So we filled it up and then went to turn on the water pump. Nothing was happening. So after we diagnosed the fact that the water pump's not working, we didn't hear anything. We couldn't, there was obviously no water coming through. So went back and looked under the sink here in the bathroom, which is where the water pump is located. Like I said, I wasn't hearing anything. It wasn't even sputtering or even trying to work. So kind of figured must be getting no power. There's the water pump right there. And way back here, I'll see if you can see it. There's a fuse, and it looked a little, we had some water damage in here, some water leaking, I should say. It wasn't, there's no damage, but we had some water leaking several months ago, and it must have popped that. And we haven't used the water pump since then, so really didn't know we had an issue until now. Yeah, so all we really did was just replace the fuse. We figured out that was probably what the problem was. So before, whenever you would turn the water on, it wouldn't make any noise at all. Nothing was happening, no sputtering. It wasn't even trying to do anything. But now, when you turn the water on, hopefully you can hear that. So now it's working, and the water obviously coming out. So got that fixed. And we will be able to use that water that we filled up in our fresh water while we're doing the repairs to the well house. All right, everybody, I just wanted to show you what we got going on in here in the well house. This is the fix that we came up with. So Tony basically added these two shut-off valves. We had one, the gate valve that you saw, that was leaking. So we put in two just as a fail-safe for the future. Is there a need for two? Probably not. But while we were in here doing the work, decided to go ahead and do that. That way, if one fails, we can kind of shut off the other. I mean, I guess only this one, but you know what I mean. And then also, we also put one up here, which is, this is coming off the pump, and it's just another fail-safe for the future. It worked out pretty well for us because we had pretty good weather. There wasn't going to be any freezes, but that should be coming soon, so we wanted to make sure we got all this taken care of. But we had to drain the entire tank, and in order to work on it. So now we've got that all worked out. We need to add the insulation over here to this section. It goes out that way, and just, you know, button all this up, and then also add insulation here before we leave, so that whenever it does get down in the freezing temperatures, this will still be okay. We also added the gauge. Well, we didn't add, we replaced the gauge, pressure gauge here. The other one was just so old and corroded, and really couldn't even read it, so it was kind of, what's the point? But went ahead while we were, I say we, while Tony was messing around with all of this, he got that done as well. So you know, you want to make sure that you're preventing problems as opposed to handling problems. So as much as we can, we're going to try to prevent problems as we see them. You know, who knows if something would have happened? Probably not, but you never know. And now's the time to be taking care of it. So that's what we did. All right, I hope you like this video. If you have any questions or any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. We always love hearing back from you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.